Welcome back, everybody. My name is Ben Jackson. Today I'll be your chicken coop building guide for this episode of The Art of Doing. If you remember a while back, I made a video for my chicken auto feeder. It came out great, and I really love it. It's cut down on the amount of waste, and I can store a couple 100 pounds of feed. But I can improve my design. If you remember, I used a piece like this with a double outlet on it. The chicken sticks their head in there, pecks the food, and when it spreads the food around, it kind of stays in here. And because she has to reach her head so far in, a lot doesn't get spilled on the ground. Well, what's been happening is they kind of get the food to the edge, and there's still some spilling out. And I think it can make it even better. First, let me get to cutting some PVC. I'm going to need 6 rings of maybe an inch or so wide. Doesn't really matter how wide it is, but I do need 6 of them. So I've gathered up these 6 rings. I've got 6 rings and 6 covers. So I'm going to use just a razor knife and score these pieces. One cut across and then around the outside edge. After a couple of scores, this kind of just snaps right out. Now I'll use some purple primer and a whole lot of glue. Use a little bit extra just to make sure this fits in. If you remember, these caps aren't super snug. All right, these look great. Let's let these set, and then we'll do the outside part. First thing I got to do is get all these hens in the coop. Goof. Come on, 2 don't get the hint. Ladies, good job. This is the one that squatted for me right when I got in the coop. Now she's the last one. There you go. Get in there. Good girl. Yeah. Now she's squatting for me. All right, go ahead. People ask me why I made a closed door if they could always stay in the run and would be safe in there. This is one of the reasons why I have a door. Now let's get inside. So if you remember this build, this is under the coop. To shield it from the rain and to give good access to the storage so that I could have the bin. And if you look closely, you can see the food comes right up to the lip. And they'll pick at that and get in there, but some of this will come right out, and you'll see on the ground there's still a bunch of food being wasted. We can do better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push back all the food. I'm going to wipe the lip with a cloth, get it nice and clean, get it ready to glue, and then I'll glue all these pieces in. Okay, now that those are all nice and clean, I can go ahead and glue them all. It doesn't have to go far in, just enough to where that inside ring makes contact with this. All right, now let's rinse and repeat. I'm going to leave the chickens in the coop for a little bit longer till this dries to make sure they're not getting any chemical. But this is the final product. It should be just a nicer lip to keep more food in there. There's still plenty of room to get their head in there. And this makes this epic feeder that much more epic. Let's always remember to practice kindness, practice compassion, and practice humility. Thanks for helping me practice the art of doing.